Immunological memory is when the adaptive immune response remembers specific antigens that have triggered an immune response in the past, either through naturally acquired immunity or artificially acquired immunity. In primary response, the pathogen is encountered for the first time and the immune cell takes time to identify the foreign antigen and produce the required antibodies to fight it. This allows time for the infection to take hold and cause the associated symptom. Memory cells are produced at this point and may live for many years. In secondary response, the memory cell recognize the pathogen and are able to make a higher amount of antibodies faster and for longer, which often neutralize the infection even before the symptoms can manifest. Vaccines are used with the intention to provide immunity against a specific pathogen. A weakened or harmless version of a pathogen is injected in the body in order to develop immunological memory by activating the lymphocyte B and T cell to produce memory cells and antibodies, ready to initiate a secondary response in case the pathogen is encountered again. For some vaccine, booster doses may be required periodically to maintain immunity. Older people are at a greater risk of infection as the immune system may become less responsive to vaccine. Acquired immunity comes in two types. Naturally acquired immunity is gained without the intervention of medicine through exposure to the pathogen in the person's everyday life. Active naturally acquired immunity is the result of infection, while passive acquired immunity is passed from mother to baby through pregnancy or breastfeeding. Artificially acquired immunity requires human intervention. Active artificially acquired immunity is obtained through vaccination, and passive artificially acquired immunity through injection or transfusion of another person's antibodies. Here we can see the different type of acquired immunity. You can see that in active acquired immunity, antigens are received, while in passive acquired immunity, antibodies are transmitted. Passive acquired immunity occurs as a result of ready-made antibodies. It is short-lived, gives immediate relief, may have also side effects. Active immunity, on the other hand, has no side effects. Develop antibodies and memory cells from the individual's own immune cell, providing long-term relief and is long-lasting. Vaccine had a positive impact on childhood death from many infectious diseases such as measles or polio, and still offer great protection against the various complications from such diseases. Since the introduction of a measles vaccine, for example, in 1968, Public Health England estimates that 4,500 deaths and 20 million measles cases have been prevented. The 4 measles deaths recorded from 2006 to 2016 were in individuals suffering from other serious health issues and one unvaccinated child. All measles deaths since 1992 show in the Office of National Statistics were in older people and were the late effect of measles during the 1980 or earlier. Community immunity or herd immunity is when a significant portion of the population is vaccinated in order to stop the spreading of infection and protect the vulnerable. Because the rate of infection and pathogen that cause disease vary, epidemiologists use a value known as the basic reproduction number, or rho, which represents the number of people an affected person can pass the disease into in an unprotected population. To calculate the threshold percentage of individuals that should be vaccinated in order to provide herd immunity, the higher the rho, the higher the immunity threshold must be to protect the community using the herd immunity concept. The rho for measles, for example, is higher than the rho for polio, as measles is more contagious than polio. So more people need to be vaccinated to protect against measles than polio. Among the benefits of vaccination are the prevention of certain type of diseases and the sharp decrease of the rate of disease worldwide. We have talked earlier about how vaccine help save many lives from measles infection. The eradication of the smallpox is another example of how beneficial vaccine can be. Vaccination program help um, protect vulnerable people. In the UK, the NHS makes such programs accessible through GP practice or pharmacy. For example, children are vaccinated at different stages of a childhood, and the elderly from 65 are offered a flu vaccine every year. The effectiveness of vaccine programs, however, uh, can be subject to factors such as the seasonal variability in the prevalence of disease such as flu or norovirus. This makes the disease difficult to control and can have a devastating effect on vulnerable people such as the disabled or the elderly. Among other factors that affect vaccine intake, is the fact that we cannot vaccinate someone already recovering from another illness or resistant to involvement from groups such as anti-vaxxers who believe that vaccines are not safe. An article published in The Lancet in 1998 claiming that there is a relationship between the MMR vaccine and autism also affected the intake of vaccine and had led to, for example, many parents don't want their children vaccinated. This increased the infection rate of disease such as rubella, which carries significant risks on their own. To conclude, the immune system has three lines of defense. The two first line of defense are non-specific, while the third one is specific and use antibodies and memory cells to develop immunological memory in case it encounters the pathogen again. Hypersensitivity can happen in the immune system, leading to allergy or more serious conditions such as autoimmune diseases. The introduction of vaccines has seen the decrease of childhood mortality and the eradication of many infection diseases such as measles and polio. Herd immunity is crucial in gaining immunity against infectious diseases and protecting the vulnerable. Vaccination programs are relevant in offering protection to the most vulnerable, despite the fact that certain factors can affect vaccine intake. Thank you for watching.